Hey guys, so today is going to be a little bit of a strange video. This is not about a repair, but what I'm going to do is disconnect a few of the sensors on this Mercedes C230 w203 1.8 engine. So hold on one second. I want to see if I can, which ones I can actually get to on here. After I disconnect them, I'm going to do a diagnostic. This way, you can see what code I get when it's disconnected. That might help you a little bit, because if you're getting that same code, then you know that that sensor is either disconnected, has a broken wire, or possibly a fuse maybe, or maybe that part is just bad, who knows. All right, so let's see. So I got these adjusters here, camshaft adjusters. I can do those two. I showed a video about this one. This will make the fan go really fast and high if this sensor is bad or disconnected. It's the one connected to this plastic pipe. So I'm not going to take that one out, but I could probably take out one by one of the ignition coils, and I can take off this camshaft sensor. That's a Hall sensor. The camshaft adjusters, I could take those plugs off of there. And there's another camshaft Hall sensor over here. You see it? I could probably unplug that too. So that's what I'm going to do today. So if you're curious to know what codes I get, or if the engine's going to start, hang on one second. So right now I don't have any check engine lights, and I'll show you that when I start the car. But after you start the car, and then you turn it off, and then you turn it back on, and then I think a few minutes later we should get a check engine light. Alright, so let's start with this one here. Alright. Okay, so I put this somewhere where it's not going to get chewed up in the fan. That should be okay. Alright, so we're facing the car right now, and that one is on the left side. Sorry the camera's blurry, but it's the lighting. There's light coming through the garage and it's causing a blur. So let's do that one first. Alright. Hold on one second. Let's go over here to the car. Let me get the keys. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so you see there's no check engine light. Alright, so I'm going to put it in drive and reverse. I'm going to see if we can make it come on. If it doesn't come on, you have to turn the car off. You know, the car actually runs pretty good without that on there. I see no difference at all. If anything, it's slightly better. Okay. So I put it in drive, and then I put it in reverse. Okay, and now I'm going to shut the car off. And I'm going to remove the key. Wait a few seconds. See if we can make that light come on. Yep, there you go. Alright, it just came on. So I'll shut the car off, but I'm going to turn the key twice. You know, second position. And then we're going to do this diagnostic. Now these videos are probably going to take a while because this takes a while to do. So let's do ECM. Let's see if I can get this glare away. I don't know. That's worse. Okay, so we'll do read. Alright, so that's the code I get for that one. Make sure you know, if you're interested, take a picture or something. Alright, so I'm going to go back. We're going to clear codes. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this. Now, I'm going to turn the car off. The key is out, right? We're going to connect that one, and we're going to disconnect another one. Plug this one back in. Alright, there's one on the other side. Let's see if I can get this out. Alright, I need a tool to get this one out. Hold on one second. Okay, so hopefully you could see it. Alright, it's right here. I took it out. Now this is in front of the engine and it's on the right side. Alright, so let's go back inside. Start it up. Alright, I'm going to put it in drive. You know, those sensors almost seem useless. Because when you disconnect them, the car runs fine. It seems like it runs even better. I don't understand. But maybe because of the fact that my timing chain and the sprockets are really worn out, so they have to be changed. So maybe that's why they don't make a difference. Alright, I'm gonna turn the car off, take the key out, wait a few seconds, see if we can make that check engine light come on. Alright, great. Okay, so I'm going to turn the car off, second position, and we're going to do a scan. Hold on one second. Okay, so let's see where I am here. ECM. Ignition is on. Okay, we're going to read codes, of course. That's weird. Now there's two of them. So, camshaft, that's exhaust. That's the, if you stand in front of the car, that's the left side. And the intake, if you stand in front of the car, would be the right side. But, maybe I didn't clear that code before. Okay, so this was the first one we did. Maybe I forgot to clear it. I can't remember. But anyway, these are the two codes you will get if your wire is disconnected, or if your fuse is blown, or if your wire is cut, or if you're not getting a good ground, or if the sensor is bad. Okay? Alright, so this time I'm going to clear the codes. Now I know I cleared them this time. Okay, so now we're going to shut the car off. And let's disconnect one of the hole sensors for the camshaft. How about that? But first I'll put this one back. If I can see. Man, this engine gets hot. Okay. So here is one of them here. I know it's kind of messed up, but everything got brittle on this car. I don't know why. Okay, where am I? Alright, you see it, right? It's disconnected. I know it's all messed up, but any wires you touch on this car, especially in the headlights, did you ever see the wiring that runs inside the front headlights? If you touch it, it just flakes right off. The outside of the wiring flakes right off. All right, so let's see if we get anything on there. Car started. No check engine light yet. So I'm going to put it in drive. Okay, now I felt something. When I put it in drive, it bogged down. The RPM was, yeah, the revving of the engine and the RPM, it bogged down. Then it went back up to normal within like about a second. Okay, so that camshaft sensor definitely does something, because I could feel it when I first put it into drive. But the car still revs really fast, and I don't feel any other hesitation or anything. All right, so we'll turn off the ignition. I'll take out the key, wait a few seconds. We'll see if we can make that engine light come on. All right, I'm gonna start it up again. All right, nice. So it did come on. Okay, so ignition is off. I turned it to the second position, and we're gonna go back to our diagnostic tool here. Okay, so it's hard to see through the camera. And let me put this on autofocus. I don't know if that's any better or not. Okay, that's weird. Oh, wait. Intake. This is camshaft solenoid. Cams. I know I plugged that one back in. Maybe the wire is bad on it or something. I know I had this problem last time, so maybe the wire is loose. So ignore this first one here, okay? The second one is the one that we just got now. See, it says hole sensor. The hole sensor is the one on the top and the side of the engine. The solenoid is the two in front of the engine. Okay, so that's the one, and that's the code. I hope you could see that. Alright, so let's see if we can clear this. I'm not sure how much memory I have in my camera, so I'm not sure if these videos are going to get cut off. Alright, so let's connect that one. And I'm going to check that other sensor while I'm at it. We'll see. Let's see what's going on here. So I push this in. So it must be the wiring. I'll take care of that later. So let's put this one back in. Okay, now there's one on the side of the engine, but I'm not sure if I can get it out. And especially because the engine's hot. Hold on one second. Alright guys, so I got this one disconnected. Right. So here's where I am. I'm on the exhaust side. Let's start up the car. See what happens. The car started up. Car revs and everything, it's not shaking. I mean, it's, you know, normally shaking like it was. Let me put it in drive. Okay, so when I put it in drive, it seems to have that hesitation at first for 1 second, then the idle goes back. Okay, that's in neutral. That's in drive. This is reverse. And this is park. Alright, so let's turn it off. Take out the key. We'll see if we can make that engine light come on. Alright, so we got the engine light. Let's turn off the key. We'll go back to the diagnostic tool here. Where am I? ECM. Okay, so the other one disappeared. I guess it was a loose wire on there. I gotta fix that. But why does that say right? Oh yeah, that's the one. I'm sorry. I'm sitting in the car and I was saying, wait, the right one. But it is. It's when you're sitting in the car. That's to your right. So that's correct. You see, it says right exhaust. All right. So that's the code you'll get. So let's clear that code. Okay. So let's what are we gonna do next? See if I can put that one back on. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put that sensor back on. Okay, so I put that sensor plug back in. I guess the only other sensors we can do is, I guess is this the MAF sensor, MAF? I don't know. The airflow. So I guess it is. So AF stands for airflow. So let's take this out. We'll see what happens. Okay. Take that out. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I started the car and I put it in drive and neutral and reverse. It's in neutral now. It's in drive. It shakes just about as much, but not anymore, which is strange. Let me see if I rev it up. So I put it in drive, but I don't feel any difference at all. Alright, I'm going to turn off the car, take the key out, see if we can make the engine light come on. I'm surprised that there's not a big difference when you take that out. I was going to say, taking a while. Okay, so we got the engine light. Let's turn the key. Second position. Do a diagnostic. See what code we get. Okay, so we'll do the ECM again. Ignition on. Alright, so we do get that code. I just want you guys to know, it's very, very rare that you would have a short circuit to ground. Okay, unless you've done something to the car. I tell a lot of people, especially, you know, the young guys, that I tell a lot of people, you know, my friends and you know, just young people that hook up car stereos, because they run the wire through the you know, the door, where the door sill is, you know, where you put your foot when you get in and out. um you know, sometimes they pinch wires in there, and I've seen it a few times. But other than that, you're not going to get, you know, a short circuit to ground. It's usually a broken wire, a dirty connection, a clip is out, or a fuse. All right. So let's clear this. Okay. Just turn this off. All right. So I'm going to plug this back in. All right. What do you want to do next? How about we'll do this ignition coil. All right. I don't know if you could see that because I wasn't looking through the camera, but I took this one off. Okay. I think this is number one, but I'm not really sure. It could be one, two, three, four, five. It could be 1, 3, 5, 4. Who knows? So let's see what happens. All right. Okay, I definitely got shaken this time. All right, there's definitely shaking. I'm gonna put it in drive. Wow, a lot of shaking and a hesitation at the beginning. Take a look again at the RPM. Let me see if I can do it again. Ready? All right, so this is in park. I'm gonna put it in drive. Wait, hold on. Okay, ready? Okay, definitely have shaken. All right, so I took the key out. Wait a few seconds. Let's see if we can get the engine light on. All right, so we got the check engine light. Turn the ignition off. We're going to turn it back to number 2. And let's do this diagnostic here. ECM. Ignition on. This phone's getting real hot. Okay, so we got 2 here. What does this say? It says ignition coil cylinder 1. Okay, so I guess that is. And it says combustion period readout too small, current installed. And the other one says misfiring of cylinder 1. Alright, so I guess it was cylinder 1. Alright, so there's your codes if you have a problem with that ignition coil. Clear. Wait, what did I put here? I probably shouldn't be looking through the camera. Alright, so instead of doing all of those, I'm just going to do the one in the back. This video is very long. And the phone is getting hot, and I don't know how much memory I have. Okay. So we'll do one more if the camera lasts that long. Put this one back in here. Alright, so I'm going to do this one. You know, I guess I could do this piece too. Secondary air injection. I guess I could do that too. I had a broken wire on here, but I don't know if it's going to come off or not. So really don't want to touch that. Alright, so you see I got that one out, right? I labeled that number 4, but let's see if it's really number 4. Because sometimes they don't go in order. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so I started the car, and I noticed, obviously, noticed shaking. And the check engine came on without me even turning off the ignition. Let me put it in drive. Wow. You know, this one seems worse than number 1. This one seems to shake more than number 1. Hold on one second. ECM. Hold on one second, because sometimes this thing doesn't work. I may have to go all the way back. Hold on. So I'm going to try it again. Let's see. Okay, so it might work now. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So it's weird. I guess it is labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you see it says number 4. Try to stop this from bouncing all over the place. Alright, so it gives the same one. It gives us, you know, the same code as number 1. Alright, so, you know, again, if you have a, you know, bad wire, or your ignition coil is bad, that's the code you're going to get. Alright, I'm just going to end this here, I guess. Because I don't want to touch that other sensor. That's secondary air injection, or whatever the heck that is. Because the wire is, you know, just hanging. I didn't get a chance to fix it yet. Alright, talk to you later.